As Mr. Ring going over the Precalculus Chapter 3 test taken December 12th, 2019. This is the no calculator one. So I'm going to put that away. Determine the missing value in this table of values for the function y equals 2 to the x power. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm putting in -1 in there. 2 to the -1 power means this goes downstairs. You're left with a 1/2, and 1/2 is 0.5. So that's how they got that value. So what would happen if I put in 2 to the 0 power? Well, 2 to the 0 power, anything to the 0 power is 1. So determine the missing value. That is 1. That is B. Question number 2. Which one exponential function is decreasing? Or another word for that is decay. And all you have to do is look at this value here. So that's going to be less than 0. Growth would be greater than 1. So growth, this one 1 divided by 3 is 0.33. So this one matches. No. This is like, think of that as like 770% growth. No. And that's 2.5. So no. So our letter choice is A. The expression log x represents the common log of x. What is the value of the base of log x? Well, we talked about if there is no number right here, then your base is 10 is your answer, 10. So my box is equal to 10 is my answer. That would be letter choice D. Number 4, which function results when the graph of the function, so y equals 9x, so it doesn't matter if you have exponential log or natural log, they all have the same transformations, is reflected over the y-axis. So this is a b value that is negative, compressed vertically by a factor of 1/9, so vertical is a value, and shifted down is a d value, so -6. So my formula, I have my formula sheet with me, but you have something like a to the, your function, let's call it, I don't know, 2, b to the x minus c, and then plus d. So our a value is 1/9. Oh, my parent function is 9, so that's a 9. And then our b value we said was -1. And then we said that your c value, we don't have anything. So no c value, so you put a 0 there, which basically means nothing. And then a d value of -6. So to clean that up, I get 1/9. This just becomes -x, and then going down to -6. So -6's are here and here. And then there's the -x. So that'll be this choice right here, A. So 4 multiple choice questions times 2. That gives 8, and then name period 2. Let's go to the back side. Make sure to show all your work and box your answers. Change the exponential expression to an equivalent expression involving a log, and then solve for x. So you have a base e here. This is in exponential form. Log form means you have to have a log. So this one becomes my base. Base of the exponent becomes the base of logs. And then you switch these two. So I have e to the x power sorry about that. That's wrong. This one right here Log base e is, they call this the natural log. So x is equal to the natural log of 9. And you can't evaluate that because you don't have your calculator. Question number 6. Change the log expression to an equivalent expression involving an exponent. So we're going from log form to exponential form. Here's my base. My little story is that it was just like young adults, you want to get out of the basement of your parents and grow up. So you become very big. Switch those. So I have 2 equals x and the 4 squared equals 16. That makes sense because if you have this, x is equal to 16, you are essentially saying 4 squared is equal to 16. Condense the expression as a single logarithm. So we got to make this small, and we have the same base, which is excellent. These coefficients become exponents. So I'm going to have log base 2 of x to the 4th power minus log base 2 of y to the 6th power. Now when you see subtraction, that becomes division. And another way to know that this becomes division, let me finish the problem, this part right here, log base 2 of x to the 4th power, that's like my minus sign becomes a big division sign, so log base 2 of y to the 6th power. This would be your answer. What I was going to say is that if you chose to put negative 6 up here, that's, remember, negative exponents move downstairs and take off your tag. Last question, expand the logarithm expression. So log base 2 c to the 3rd power, just like you did in the last problem, that division now becomes subtraction. Log base 2 and then the d value. And then your power becomes a coefficient. And that's your answer. That's it. So each of those questions, I'm missing one there, 4 points, so that would be 16. And then that gives me 26. Okay.
Love math. You don't love math? What's wrong with you? I love math. Love math. You don't love math? What's wrong with you? I love math.
Math.
Say it again.
I love math.